Today's review is a new beer from Cloudwater. It's a double IPA and it is called Sul Ponticello. But what's it going to be like? Keep on watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we are going to Cloudwater in Manchester. I haven't had a Cloudwater for a beer for a while. And this is, as I said, difficult to pronounce. Sul Ponticello. I think it's Ponticello, that's how you pronounce it, but I have no idea what that means. I presume it's Italian. It's a bit of a strange one, this, because I'm trying to work out why I bought it, because it doesn't tell me the hops on it, so I don't know what the hops are. It says barley, oats and wheat, and that's it, and it's 8%. So let's crack it open, get it in a glass, see if we can work out what hops are in it, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. I'm having a little bit of a, I don't know what you call it, a wobble? No, I don't think it's a wobble. Basically, I'm getting a bit fed up of doing beer reviews. I don't know what it is. I'm not feeling it with the beer. I think it's just one of those times when I think every beer YouTuber goes through it, where they just sort of go, I get fed up of just saying the same stuff all the time, want to do something new. I want to do more of the music stuff, but I just don't have time for it. But I'm still enjoying beer. So I just thought I'd put that out there because the reviews are probably, I don't know when this will go out, but I know at the time of doing this, I haven't posted for nearly 2 weeks. And there's no reason for that because I've got videos, but I just haven't edited them and sent them out and all the rest of it. So apologies for that little lull. Hopefully we'll be back into some sort of proper, normal service will hopefully resume. But anyway, let's talk about this beer because I've opened it up. And certainly as I was chatting away, I saw in the corner of my eye that this looks like a lovely looking beer. Lovely and yellow and custardy, just what we want. One finger, pretty loose white head. That won't stick around too long. The aroma's already filling the room, actually. But I'm going to have to dive in to know what it is. So, smells really inviting and really sort of juicy and sweet. I'm getting lots of sweet sort of, I suppose more on the sort of stone fruits. Peaches and apricots, sort of tropical mango. It's a real, I want to say jelly tots. That's the sort of aroma, really. Yeah, jelly tots. That's what it's all about. It's sweet, very sweet, strong fruit flavours. Yeah, smells really inviting, and let's get the taste buds going. I'm getting excited again. So here we go. Cheers, everyone. Oh, that's really nice. Very different than a lot of recent double IPAs I've had in terms of, it's a lovely level of sweetness, which a lot of people go, well, if it's too sweet, it's not that good, but I like a little bit more sweetness. I'm drinking an 8% double IPA. I don't want all that. I'm not a massive fan of that dank sweatiness. It doesn't do it for me. I want something a little bit, something that sings and dances on my palate, basically. And this is it, because it's got the sweetness in it. It's soft, low levels of carbonation. I wouldn't say it was quite sort of smooth, but I'd say it's still quite light in terms of its body. And the thing is, I'm putting it off because I've got no idea what hops are in this at all. I think El Dorado. I'm putting the neck out there that says El Dorado because of that sweet jelly tots, which I always think is what you get with El Dorado a little bit. I mean, it's stone fruit heavy. And there's peach and sweet. The fruits are very sweet and succulent. That's the way I can describe it. They're not dank. I don't think there's any New Zealand real hops in this because you're not getting any of that sort of stuff that you're getting with New Zealand hops. I reckon Citra, El Dorado, maybe even something like, I don't know, pineapple. It's not really the Vic Secret, but no, I don't know. I'm not even sure on that as well. I really should look. In fact, I could probably stay here and find out the hops. I'm trying to work out why I bought it. And I think looking at my price, I bought it from Trembling Mad. This is my price list. And I think the reason why I bought it was because it was cheap. $5.99, which I think is a very good price for a double IPA. And Cloudwater, I don't think they're they can make some very, very good beers, but there's a lot of averageness with them. But this is up there with some of the best stuff I've had from Cloudwater. That 8% is really well hidden. It's a really easy drinking beer. I poured the whole lot of it out now, and there's a lot more foam. You can see that lace in the glass. I actually think that's pretty good in terms of describing what it's like in terms of the mouthfeel. It isn't overly thick, but at the same time, there's this sort of, I don't want to say foaminess, but like a velvety sort of feel that gives a little bit of an impression that it's a little bit thicker than it actually is. But I don't think it's that thick. I really would like to get the flavours, but I'm thinking stone fruits, your mangoes, your apricots, peaches. Much brighter sort of stone fruits. Stone fruits is always something I always associate with more dankness, that sweaty, over-ripened mango flavour. But these are much more lighter. There's not much in the way of citrus, except for maybe orange. There's not grapefruit. I'm not getting much in the way of lemon and stuff like that. So I'm not getting the New Zealand hops either. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm going to pause this video just for, I mean, obviously it will take me longer, but it'll be instant to you. Just a quick look and see if I can work out what the hops are. Because I'm just interested and I want to sort of know if I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get the hops now. I'm back. That was a useful bit of research. It took me 10 minutes to do. So I found out that Sul Ponticello means the direction when you're directing a stringed instrument, I'm presuming an orchestra. That's what I found out. Did I find out the hops? No. I went on loads of websites, even the Cloudwater website. It said, oh yeah, mango, creamy, which I've sort of described, but doesn't tell us the hops at all. So we're in the dark in terms of hops. I think El Dorado's in this, but there's a level of complexity a little bit to that flavour. So I'm sure it's not a single hopped El Dorado, but I think El Dorado. It could be any of this other stuff. It could be something like Nectaron, for example. It's really nice though. I really enjoy this beer. It is creamy. That's the thing. Cream. It's almost like peaches and cream a little bit to describe it. But for an 8% double IPA, the strength is well hidden. There's a lovely level of sweetness. Gives it that real Moorish quality. And I love it. I'm falling in love with beer again. I thought I was going off of it. But actually, I've really enjoyed this. And I've realised that sometimes when you have a very good beer like this is, it just brings you back, you know. If you drink a fair bit about beer, you can get into a point where you get into a rut. But that's why I love craft beer, because I try new beers all the time. And yes, you could try some really bad ones. And recent supermarket beer, I think that will come out. It would have come out before. So that's the Tiddler's Jibble, or whatever it's called. Was a really bad beer. And I was thinking, oh, I've lost it. I'm just fed up with drinking beer. Certainly supermarket beer. But this is, you know, and you don't have to pay huge amounts. This £6 for a double IPA, I think is very good value. And when it's a good one like this is, it just makes me realise that actually, you know, you can get some good value for money. You don't have to be paying £8 for a good double IPA. So, yeah, Sul Ponticello, no name of hops, but it's a lovely beer and you should check it out, especially if you can get it for £6 like I did. So let's get some scores. Wow, the scores are in. I just had to recount them because I thought, yep, that's an honest score. Let's count them up. I reckon it's going to be a highly recommended beer. And it is a highly recommended beer, but it is actually, well, let's do the scores. Aroma. Appearance. Flavour. Value for money. And my overall experience. You might have noticed them scores are high. And if you add them up very quickly in your head, you will come to a very high score of 85 out of 100. I think this is the highest rated beer that I've done this year. I don't know whether it's because I've had some bad ones and I've enjoyed this one, and so that's boosted my thing. But I think it's just the fact that the value for money is good, so that scores high. It's got a really inviting aroma. The appearance is good with the lacing, the lovely little foamness to it, good colour and all that sort of stuff. And it tastes really good, and there's lots of flavour, and it's very enjoyable because you're not getting any of that sort of, there's no bitterness, there's no 8% strength that you can taste. It's not overly, there's not an overall hop burn to it, and there is that sort of creamy sort of texture. 85. Is this the best double IPA I've rated this year? And we're at the end of the year, so is it much going to beat it? Wow. But let me know if you've had this, any reason from Cloudwater, thoughts on Cloudwater. Let me know in the comments, because I don't drink enough from Cloudwater. And as I say, we've had some, remember when they were in Tesco supermarkets and they had those 4 different beers in there? They were okay, but they were very supermarkety to some extent. But we never saw Cloudwater again. It's a shame, because I think that, everyone knows they're a very good brewery, but I think there's been lots of other breweries that have pushed their game higher. Cloudwater a little bit sort of, they don't know where to find their footing. Is it doubles? Is it triples? Is it stouts? Is it pales? Is it IPAs? Is it lagers even? Is it something else? I think that they probably produce, as they got bigger, a bit more different stuff, but they're a little hit and miss, and the consistency's gone a little bit. But this, I think, is a very good beer. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it. Let me know in the comments whatever you're thinking about beer and beer YouTube and all the rest of it. And yeah, I'd love to hear some of your beer stories. Have you discovered a beer that you think, I've got to tell people about this beer because it was incredible? Let me know in the comments. And until the next one, you know what you do. Drink good craft beer. And more importantly, keep on rocking.